name's Scott, and I'm a saxophonist and a clarinetist, and I'm also a recent arrival here in Cyprus. I've come from London, where I've studied and I've taught and I've worked playing live improvised music there and throughout Europe for the past 12 years or so. Now here I've got my alto saxophone. This is one of the smaller members of the saxophone family, and it's the ideal choice to start on when you're young. Now how young exactly, that really varies. It depends a lot on the size of your hands, depends on the size of your body. We all grow at different rates, but I would say that roughly speaking, from the age of about 10 or 11, you're good to go starting to learn the saxophone. And of course there is no upper age limit. Now I said that there's a saxophone family and it has many different members of all different shapes and sizes, but there are four main different types that you're going to come across. You've got the soprano saxophone, smallest. Then you have the alto saxophone. Then you have the tenor saxophone. And fourth, biggest of all, you have the baritone saxophone. Now these instruments are all very closely related. The main difference is in the embouchure or mouth shape that you need to use to produce a sound on the instrument. But the finger technique is identical. They're very closely related, and I would say that it's very common for saxophonists to end up being able to play all four types. But as I say, the alto is a really good choice when you start. And a decent beginner's model alto saxophone, new, is going to set you back about €400. There are also lots of options to rent to start out with, and I would also say that buying second hand is also a really good option. This instrument is second hand. This was actually made in 1928, so it's very old, but it's a beautiful instrument. I think that one of the most exciting and natural ways of making music is improvising. Improvising covers a broad range of many different styles and approaches to music, from a soloistic approach of a complex virtuosic jazz solo to the group approach, all the different many types of interactions and conversations that happen within a band or ensemble, rock music, pop music, folk music, even what you whistle as you're walking down the street is usually improvised. Now, if you have previous musical experience, such as technique on an instrument or an understanding of musical theory, and especially if you've listened to a lot of music, well, that's really going to help you feel confident when you start to learn to improvise. However, you can learn to improvise without any of those things. In fact, if you're starting music for the first time, to approach it through improvisation is a really good way. I would say that all you really need is the desire to do it, and the process is you just practice taking what you hear inside your head and making it come out of your instrument. Now I mentioned jazz, and jazz is definitely one of the styles of music that's most well known for containing a lot of improvisation. I think that Duke Ellington was one of the greatest composers of the 20th century. I'm going to play a little bit of one of his compositions called I Let a Song Go Out of My Heart. And as I play it, I'm going to be using the melody that he composed, but also improvising a bit.